that's the mindset that we have to have a transformation not only in our own life, but to impact other people as well. So running through different scenarios like that, dealing with auto-suggestion and everything else. But secondly was accountability, and this is one of the biggest things. Okay, a lot of people spend tons of money on gym memberships, on exercise equipment, and it never gets them anywhere. How many people in the room have spent a lot of money on gym memberships, and you still probably don't have the body that you really, really want, right? So what we did is we made a public documentary almost. I went out there with my camera, I filmed the whole process, and then we put it online. We put it on Facebook, we posted it on his Twitter. Kent has a list of 120,000 people. So if you send that out to 120,000 people telling them what you're going to do, you think you're going to get it done, right? Like people watching you every single step of the way. Like, I can't wait to see this guy's 90 days. And that's what we did, and it works really, really well. So if you ever want to get something done or challenge yourself to go to the next level in a certain facet of your life, film a video and put it online, okay? The third thing, and this is huge, and I just recently visited Corey Boatwright, flew out there, and in your transformation process, you want to come up with a why. Why is it important to you? And a lot of people are like, Drew, I just want abs. A lot of guys tell me that all the time, right? But it has to be something deeper than that. It has to be, why are you doing it? Like, is it for your family, your kids, the future generation? Because we're all creating a legacy. Everybody in this room, I mean, your kids are going to be able to look back 3-4 decades from now and see everything that you did in your life. So what you're creating today speaks volumes of tomorrow and everything else. So what we did is we did the why, and this is what it looks like. Do we have some audio on this?
Alright, so the biggest thing in any transformation is really uncovering why you want to transform. And that's a question that we propose to every single transformation client that joins the Legacy Club or that we invite. So I ask you that today, Corey. Why do you want to transform?
There's a couple of reasons. The first one is, as you kind of go through life, like I'm 35 now, I remember when I was 25, the way I used to handle my fitness and my nutrition is completely different. And why I want to transform now is I've noticed as I've made changes to my health and my nutrition and my exercise, it's put on some extra pounds on me that, you know, for a little bit I call fat, like happy fat, you know? You can kind of get fat and happy, and you kind of tell yourself that it's no big deal, and then another year goes by, and you're like, oh, it's no big deal, and you get a little bit more. Another year goes by, and you get a little bit more. And pretty soon, you aren't feeling as energetic as you used to.
And I can totally relate. You know, at the beginning of my transformation, how many people can relate to his why? See a show of hands? Everyone. And, you know, putting it out there for people that you love to see, and like the World Wide Web, everybody and your brother, really forces you to take massive action. So that's exactly what we did. Setting up an accountability is huge. You know, having a goal or a desired outcome. So maybe it's a race, you know, maybe it's a triathlon, maybe it's a photo shoot for some of you in here. So there's a lot of sexy people, for sure. So setting up something in the future, and even investing in it. You know, wherever you put your money, your heart's going to follow that as well. So investing something in the future to really force you to take action. Next up is nutrition. This is something that in America is really sad. You know, the standard American diet. It is sad. You know, the obesity rates of our children are expected to live less than we are right now because of what we're feeding them. Processed foods, sugars, you know, high fructose corn syrup, all kinds of stuff, and it's endless. And it's like most people aren't even conscious of what they're putting in their body. So we do what's called metabolic type testing, and I would encourage everybody to do a metabolic type test to see what type of food you should be eating. You know, what type of food your body responds to the best. Because the more you become aware of the different things that you put in your body, the more efficient, the more energy, the more you'll get out of life. You know, the most valuable thing in life is not time. It never was. It's energy. What can you do with your time? So, investing in it the right way. And then making it fun. You know, the whole, you know, dancing in the beginning, dancing's fun. So when you go into the gym, you don't have to look like it's a big challenge. You don't have to go in there and say, oh, I gotta work out. 35 minutes on the treadmill sounds exhausting. It's all about what intention we set before we go in the gym, before we go run on that hike, or before we do our yoga. You know, setting the right intention for exercise. And it can be fun. You know, when I go to the gym, it's like I'm in a playground. It's like recess time. You know, just being creative with it. And then lastly, getting results quick. And I want to show you guys the fastest result-getting technique that I've experienced up until this point for a year and a half of trial and tribulation. And I'm going to give it to you for free. You guys want it for free? Yeah. Yeah. You guys did not sound too good. Into your dance move again. All right, so I'm going to give it to you in a second, but here is Seema, the before and after of what happened with Seema. Unbelievable, right? In 90 days, this is what happened. So of course, more confidence, improved sex life. If you want to talk about improving sex, improve your ability to work that body of yours, right? So more energy, stronger outlook, new goals, and one of the biggest things that she got out of it, she sent a testimonial video over to me, was that she was able to spend more quality time with her husband. You know, they didn't have an outlet. Kent was a workaholic, working 12, 14 hours a day, and as soon as they picked up this activity together, it transformed their relationship. So it's not just about the physical transformation, it's about getting more passion in your relationship, you know, having more fun together, and just getting that quality time. And here's Kent, okay? And I kind of joke around with Ken. I'm like, dude, you had man boobs before you started this thing. And but he's a cool dude. But look at that guy. And talk about average awesome, right? I was at an event in LA recently, and I was sitting in the front row, and this guy came up to me, and I didn't know who he was. And he said, "Did you see that guy that just came in here? He's in ridiculous shape, isn't he?" And he had no idea that I was his transformation coach. So to hear that from somebody else that was there, I mean, it's unbelievable. And it doesn't just stop with that one person, you guys. Once you get into this, you know, your higher physical state, or whatever you want to call it, people start to notice, and they start to follow your behaviors. Like, I want to know what's going on with him, her. You know, why does she have all this energy? Why are her eyes so white? Why does her skin look so good? So people really tag on. We're all physical beings, right? We're living in this physical experience. So we might as well make it a good one. So that's exactly what we did. Now for the good stuff, okay? This is something that I'm going to give every single person in here for free. It's a product that we've created. It's called the Alpha Reset. Corey, how much weight did you lose in 1 week of doing this?
18 pounds in 1 week.
18 pounds in 1 week, okay? Unbelievable. So results, like any workout program that you start, you want to get quick results, okay? So that's exactly what we were able to do. And it's so simple. It doesn't involve any supplements or any exercise equipment or anything like that. It's just good old-fashioned fruits and vegetables, okay? So what it is, basically, it's a 3-day juice fast. And then at the end, we start incorporating some other types of foods and stuff like that. And I'm going to give this to you guys, but the purpose of what this does is it flushes out all of the toxins that you've been building up for years. Whether it's from drinking or eating processed foods or sugar or all this other stuff, it gets rid of the xenoestrogens that cause your body to store body fat. And once those are flushed out through the power of like all the chlorophyll, the spinach, and everything that goes into these juices, it's amazing the kind of results that you see, okay? We had another guy, Zach Childers, lost 25 pounds in 5 days. So it's pretty remarkable. In this brochure, PDF, whatever you guys want to call it, I'll send it to you electronically. It breaks it down step by step exactly what you need to do to have similar results.